everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jenna. If you're new, welcome to my channel, Queen of Diamonds. I really hope you will consider sticking around. I would love to have you here and to get to know you better. For those of you returning, welcome back and thank you for continuing to tune in. Today I'm here with my September kickoff video. This is a video where I show you the projects that I have lined up for the upcoming month. Throughout the month of August, for example, I unboxed 4 diamond paintings. And my plan is every month to unbox the diamond paintings that I'll be doing in the upcoming month. However, this month I've changed things a little bit. So for those of you who watched my unboxing of Hanging Out in the Game Room, you'll remember that it's a pretty big canvas and I'm really looking forward to starting it. However, some things have come up that have made me rethink my lineup a little bit. Am I still going to be working on Hanging Out in the Game Room? Why, yes, I am, but probably not starting in September. Let me back up for just a minute and I want to explain something quickly. This is my newest item that I have gotten. I acquired this because my phone is crapping out on me. And it's been happening little by little. For those of you who have watched me for a while, you'll know that I've been complaining about issues with my phone for quite a while. And last week it started this utter nonsense of heating up for no reason. It wasn't exposed to any heat. I was getting heating messages. My phone was hot to the touch for no reason. I wasn't even running anything. Sometimes I wouldn't even be using it. So it is a problem with the phone. It's also, this processing speed is very slow. I was not a creator when I got this phone and I use my phone for everything. So I am upgrading to a phone with more memory and a better processing speed, but I haven't upgraded yet. The problem is we are switching service providers and that's taking a little bit longer to figure out and set up than I anticipated. So for now, I'm still using my older phone, but whether or not I can post anything will be the question, but we'll figure it out. I should get my new phone up and running over the weekend. So we're hoping for that. All right, let me show you what changes I am making to my lineup. So the 4 diamond paintings that I unboxed in the month of August were all from Diamond Art Club. Hanging Out in the Game Room, a mystery kit, and then 2 Halloween kits. So if you didn't see those unboxings, that's kind of what I do, is unbox the kits that I'm going to be doing in the upcoming month. However, like I said, Hanging Out in the Game Room is just a really big canvas. I'm going to show it to you. Let me change your angle so you can see it, and we'll take a look at everything that I'm doing here. So here is my light pad, and we're just going to leave that like that for a minute. All right, here is the very large canvas Hanging Out in the Game Room, which I am still very excited to do. I think it's such a cute canvas. It's really, really adorable. And I'm super excited to see this one come to life. It's so cute. But because of the size and the time of the year, I'm probably going to hold off on this for at least right now. Like I said, it won't be started in September, but I might start it in October. It just depends on where I'm at with my Halloween kits. Now, I'm going to be doing, so that's the one I'm holding off on. Okay, I'm going to bring you back up here for a minute. Sorry about all the switching of the angles, but that's how today's video is going to be. It's just going to be a little bit of a little bit of everything. Anyway, one of the things that I wanted to explain is I am participating already. I was planning on participating in 3 different events. One is actually more like an activity/event, but 2 of these events that I'm participating in are for Diamonds and Dragonfly's Patreon group. It's Wickedly Witchy and then Mystery Mania. Those 2 events are for her Patreon group. Mystery Mania has been going all of 2025 and I haven't done one yet. So I'm very excited to finally be participating in that event. They are extending that event a little bit into 2026. I don't know if she's going to do the whole year, but we're hoping. Fingers crossed. And then I'm doing a canvas for Drills and Chills. So Wickedly Witchy and Mystery Mania are for the Patreon group for Diamonds and Dragonflies. Then Drills and Chills, I'm doing Scaredy Cats from Diamond Art Club. And then my last canvas that I just decided to add on today is for an event that Debbie with I am so sorry, Debbie, I can't remember your YouTube channel, but she's with the one with the diamond art. They're doing an event. Oh my gosh, get your words right, Jenna. They're doing an event for Finera. And I have a Finera canvas. And so when I realized that that event was gearing up to start on September 1st, I needed to participate in that event. So I've already unboxed that canvas last year at some point when I first got it. I think it was last spring or summer. I will link it in the description box of the video if you'd like to see an unboxing of a canvas from the one with the diamond art. But let me show you this cute canvas. Oh my gosh. But this is the one with the diamond art. Isn't it cute? I Want to Fly Away by Finera. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can tell you the stats. It's 50 by 50 centimeters, and we've got 47 colors. It is the cutest little hedgehog. Oh my gosh. So it's kind of a fall kit, so I'm really looking forward to doing this one. It's a round drill kit, and this will be for that Finera event. So any canvas by Finera, I believe, will qualify, but it has to be 40 by 40 centimeters, I'm not sure, but I will link the one with the diamond arts Facebook group in the description box of the video. If it's something that you'd like to learn more about, check out their Facebook group, because that's where I had initially heard about the event. And then Heather from Diamonds and Dragonflies was talking about it this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to do this little guy. So this is my entry for that. And then for Wickedly Witchy, I am doing Haunted, which I unboxed. This is by Rita Konya and Aria Illustration. And it is a 50.7 centimeters by 70.6, or in inches, that's 20 by 28. It's very cool. I'm looking forward to this one. This is another round drill kit, and this is from Diamond Art Club. And then my entry for Drills and Chills is Scaredy Cats by Jeff Haney. Isn't that cute? Look at those cats. Oh gosh, it's so cute. This is another one from Diamond Art Club, and it is 28 by 22 inches, 71 by 56 centimeters, 46 colors. I'm sorry, Haunted has 48 colors. I don't think I said the color count on that. Now this is a square drill kit. And the reason I really wanted to work on this for Drills and Chills this year is I don't have any other Halloween kits that are square drills. So I'm very excited to have at least one square drill kit. One of these, this one or Haunted, will be coming with me to work, and one will stay at home. And then that way I have a round drill kit and a square drill kit to work on. So that way I can kind of alternate them. I like that idea. That's what works best for me. Okay, and then this is my mystery kit. This is mystery kit number 85. I'm not giving anything away by showing this because it's all black and white, so you can't really tell what it is anyway. But this is by Lori Prindle, and this is my mystery kit. Isn't this amazing? So it is 31.9 by 25.6 inches, or 81 by 65 centimeters. So it's kind of a whopper. That's why the hanging out in the game room is kind of got to be pushed to the side for a little while. That, and because it has a really high color count. This mystery kit has 60 colors, which isn't high. I mean, that's an average color count for me these days. These other ones are a little bit lower in color count. Yeah, they're in the 40s. So I'm not too worried about those. But this one is a little bit of a bigger color count. And that's fine. But I'm really excited to participate in the Mystery Mania, which brings me to my next thing. I got my latest order from Bee's Crafty Corner, and there's a couple things I want to show you in this order. So I'm going to put this canvas, I'm leaving that here for now. I'm going to bring you back up here, and I want to show you the release paper I got from Bee's. Now, for those of you who don't know, Bee's Crafty Corner is on pause with shipping to the US. So any orders in the United States are paused. If you'd like to check out more information on her Facebook group, there's a message there. There is a message on the Etsy shop, and I'm sure there's a message on the website because she now has a website. So if you're interested in more information, check that out. But for now, it's on hopefully what will be a temporary pause if you're located in the United States. So because of that, I knew that was coming up. She had been very open about it on her Facebook group. I placed a very big order, well, very big for me, with bees because if I'm going to be without Bees Crafty Corner for a few months, I've got to stock up because y'all know I love Bees Crafty Corner and I don't know what I'd do without her. So I want to say thank you. Huge shout out to Sabrina. I'm wishing you well. You're in my prayers, girl. I really want this to happen quickly for you. I hope that we can pull through because I don't know what I'd do without Bees Crafty Corner. Anyway, so more information I'm sure will be out there as soon as she has it available. But this is my order from Bees. Let's take a look. I already opened it because I was going to go ahead and lay down my release paper for Mystery Mania. But then I thought, you know, it might be kind of cool to involve you guys on that so you can see what is going on since I will be showing this mystery kit in my upcoming videos. I wanted to be able to explain a couple things with you. This whole canvas will be covered in release paper, and we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. But this is the Mystery Mania paper that I ordered for the kit. And this, it says Mystery Mania right there, and then it says Diamond Tribe because that is what Heather calls her Patreon group. And then Mystery Mania 2025, and I got this on matte thin, and it's in 4x4 sections. Now, there is a reason I went with thin on this instead of thick, and I'm going to explain that to you as we go. But for now, I just want to show you my other release paper packages that I got from Bees, and then we'll circle back to the Mystery Mania. Let me tell you about this package. So in this pack, I got a fall sticker sheet with some really cute fall stickers. Isn't that owl so cute? And I can use these in my logbook. So I really love getting the stickers, or you can use them however you'd like. And then there is this information here about the rewards program. So Bees Crafty Corner, for those of you who will be ordering when the temporary pause is over, we're hoping it's very temporary, there is a rewards program. So you get these cards with your order, and there is a scratch here area. You scratch that off to see how many bees you got. And as you collect the bees, you can turn them in and redeem things. So 2 bees is a free 12-pack of release paper with a single pattern. 4 bees is a 24-pack of release paper. And like, for example, 8 bees is the highest one, and you get a free custom pack of release paper, 24 sheets. So that's when you provide the photo for it to be on those papers. I need to get a photo of my guinea pigs. Anyway, and then on the back, we've got how to redeem your bees for a prize. So there's all that information. And then we have a thank you card here with a code to get 10% off your next order. There is also a QR code here to scan to join the Facebook group. So again, I'll link it in the description box of the video as well. Okay, let's take a look at what I got. I showed you the Mystery Mania paper. This is the paper for the event Wickedly Witchy. Oh my gosh, I love this paper. Look how pretty that is. Last year, our group did Frankly Spooky, and this year we changed it up. It's going to be Wickedly Witchy, and isn't this just a very classy design? I love it. I think it's just very aesthetic and classy. That's the best way to describe it. With the purple and black. I love the silhouette of the witch. I got this on Glossy Thick, so that is the paper. Let's take a look at it. I mean, you saw the sticker. I really like the packaging with the sticker on the outside so you can see what it is, but look how pretty that is. Isn't that cute? I love her. Last year, the paper was for Frankly Spooky, so it was a Frankenstein with his little, it was all green, and then he had a little hairline at the top, and it was really cute. I just really love this paper. I think it's very, very cool. Okay, so that's for Wickedly Witchy. And then this one is Floral Kittens, and I got this to represent cats on my hanging out in the game room canvas because I already have dogs in my stash, dog release paper, but I didn't have any cats, and you got to represent both of the animals because they're both in that diamond painting. So this is my Floral Kittens, and again, it's on 4x4 Glossy Thick paper. It's so cute. I want to look at it. Sometimes it does look a little bit different when it's the actual paper. Isn't that so cute? And those kittens, sweet little faces. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back and we'll move on to the next one. Then I got a couple of Halloween designs. First, this one is Trick or Treat on Glossy Thick. Very cute. I love the ghosties. Just a very cute design. I think their eyes are so cute. And they're holding the Trick or Treat bags. Love that. And this is on Glossy Thick too. I think all of them except the Mystery Mania paper are on Glossy Thick. Okay, this one is Purple Cobwebs. Very cool. You can see a theme here, I think. I've been going through a purple phase. I don't know what's going on, but isn't that cute? These are all the same. So all of these that I've shown you are single design patterns. So I'm not going to flip through them because they're all the same. That is my Purple Cobwebs paper. And then this one is Enchanted Orchid. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I didn't get this on thick paper. I got this on hollow glass. So let's check out this design on hollow glass paper. Oh, this is a little tricky to see. Let me see. You can kind of see it when the light is just right in the flowers mostly. There's supposed to be shards of glass. It's a little tricky to see it on this paper. This might not have been the best paper to pick out for this design, but there you go. Now you can see it. That is pretty. Anyway, those orchids are really pretty. So that is Enchanted Orchid on hollow glass paper. The rest are all on thick. Okay, I'll put that away. This is just kind of a combination order. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. Here is a Christmas paper, and this is Meowie and Bright. Isn't that one cute? He's all wrapped up in the Christmas lights. I love it. There's that paper. Again, it's a single pattern, so we won't flip through them all. Very cute for Christmas. And then this one is the one I really needed right away too. Vibrant Leaves for fall. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, I love that. I'm not going to be doing a fall kit per se, but I'm doing Colors of Life. So I think I want to use this paper for Colors of Life. Isn't that pretty? And these are a little different. They're pretty much the same, but there are subtle differences between them. But they're all really colorful and pretty. So those are my fall. Okay, and then this one is for a diamond painting I'm gonna have coming up probably in January. This is called Whimsical Beach, and I got this in Glossy Thick also. This is one that has more than one design. Okay, isn't this cute? I think that is so pretty. So we've got a few different designs. There's that one. That's that one. That's that one. Okay. I think I've got two of every design. Yeah, it's looking like that's what it is. I think it's so pretty. I like all the colors in that one. Then we've got a single umbrella, a girl on a beach. That's pretty. And then this last one. This one's interesting because look at that sunset. I think that's really cool. So that is Whimsical Beach. Now, like I said, hopefully this hiatus for Bee's Crafty Corner with the US orders will just be a very temporary situation. I'm rooting for her. I really hope that this is just a short-lived little situation. I know a lot of the shops in Canada, this is going to be really hard on them because they do a lot of their business in the United States. So we're praying for the best for your shops. All right, I'm going to put this away, but I'm going to keep out my Mystery Mania paper so I can show you what we're going to do with that. This is going to be a little tricky. I went back and found the original post for Mystery Mania when they first started the event so that I could make sure I was understanding it correctly. And I think I figured it out. So this release paper is numbered. I had Bee's Crafty Corner go ahead and number it for me. So as you can see, there's numbers down here so that each section has a designated number. That is going to be important because every week, Heather from Diamonds and Dragonflies will be drawing a group of numbers for each section, for the sections for the week. And those are the sections that you can work on that week, or the sections you have to work on it. So I think she does 3 or 4 sections a week. I think. I can't be sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 3 or 4 sections a week. So she'll draw those numbers, and those are the sections that you've got to do that week. And I really like the idea of this because sometimes it can be overwhelming to do a mystery kit nonstop for a few weeks or a month or a couple of months or whatever. This breaks it up a little bit. So that's nice. It's also a very chill, low-key activity or event. So that is also very nice. But the numbers cannot be next to each other on the canvas. They have to be separated. So that's going to be where I'm going to set all of these numbers out. The other thing I wanted to explain is that I don't usually cover my entire canvas with release paper. I just do a row at a time. The reason I like doing a row at a time is because I like to be able to see the canvas and the picture I'm working on as I'm working on it. If it's all covered in release paper, I get claustrophobic and it makes me a little anxious. But with a mystery kit, that's not a big deal because you can't really see the image anyway, right? Because it's all blacked out. So putting all the mystery release paper down is not that big of a deal on this in this situation because it's one I can't see anyway. The reason I went with thin paper, though, this is important. The reason I decided to go with thin is since I am covering the entire canvas with release paper, I move my canvas around a lot. I will move it down this way and like it bends over this way as I'm working on it. Sometimes I use a canvas roller. It just depends on my setup. But when I use the thick paper, like I said, I don't really notice it because I go a row at a time normally. But if I'm doing more than that, I will notice that my release paper, say I've got it stuck right here, if it's a thick paper, I'll roll my canvas down and right here, it'll lift on that edge that's being bent down. And then I've got exposed glue right here where it can accumulate dust and hair and other debris. So I was told that thin paper would eliminate that problem because it adheres better to the glue even when it's being bent. So I'm really hoping that that's the case, and I think it will be. But in any case, it is going to be a little bit different for me using a canvas that is all covered in release paper, but it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to participating in this event. So the numbers cannot be right next to each other. It can't be in consecutive order. So I've got to put them in different orders as we place them. And I'm just going through making sure they are not in consecutive order, but I think the easiest thing is to just place them. Now, part of the problem I'm going to have is I work in rows. So I'm probably going to put my release paper like this, but they are cut in 4x4 sections, and I don't know if that's going to equal a whole row evenly. So we're going to try it out. Now I know they're in consecutive order right now. This isn't how I'm going to keep them. I'm just experimenting right now because I want to see if I can do a whole row evenly. And I don't think, yeah, I'm not going to be able to. So that's not a big deal because actually, yes, I am. It's going to work. Okay. So I can put a whole row down. So then I would want to do, and since I'm not putting them in consecutive order, I just want to mix these up a little bit. So let's say I start with number 1 and then I have number 21 here, number 6. Let's see. You get the idea. As long as they're not in back-to-back order, then it's fine. And then we're going to do 25, and I'm probably being a little pickier than I need to be with this. We'll do 9 here. And then, oopsies. This will get easier as I do it. I'm sure this is my first time, so be kind. I'm just learning as I go. I lost number 1. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. I'm probably doing this the hardest way possible, but I wanted you to see how we're going to do it. So you kind of know every month what I'm doing. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is move all my paper out of the way here. And then I've got to set up a chart as well. It's required that you have a paper chart of where all your sections are. So I will show you that when I have it all set up. So I'm just going to put these in a pile, and this will be my first row. And hopefully, you know what I need is a mystery cover minder, like a black cover minder with a question mark on it. I should see if somebody can make me one of those. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. And I'm going to just, I try to not be super picky about how I lay my release paper down, but I have found that I am becoming more and more kind of funny about making sure that it's on a exact row. It's silly, I know. Okay. So we've got 1, 21, 6, 39. As long as they're not in consecutive order, then we're chilling. Okay. Then we'll do 25 here. This is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to watching this canvas come to life. It's going to be exciting. We'll do 9 here. $33 here, and then 10 here. So a couple of them are going to be a little bit smaller than 4x4 sections, but they're close enough. See this one right here, because of how that is, it's a little bit smaller than a 4x4, tiny bit. I'm not too worried about it though. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue with placing these, and we'll just chat as we're going. How is the weather where you guys are? Oh my goodness. The weather here has been like a major introduction to fall all of a sudden. It's going to go back up. It's not going to stay at the temperature that it's been at. I think we're going to go back up to 80 next week, but this week has been rainy and a little bit of a drop in temperature, which has been insane. So it's funny because I'm kitting up these fall kits and I'm like, oh my gosh, it feels like fall. That's weird. But I have to remind myself that we are still in summer. That's why I chose to wear a summertime outfit today. Because yesterday I dressed a little bit warmer for fall type weather, and it was just weird. Really weird. I think I have 56 papers here. I think that's right. Oh, that's 8. We can't put that by 9. So anyway, it's kind of weird too. Okay, we're gonna lose the bracelets because they're catching on everything, of course. It's kind of weird to feel like we're in fall and then remember that, no wait, back up, we're still in August. But I am looking forward to fall. I kind of need a break from the hot heat. And I'm a summertime girl, but it has been very hot. I feel like it's been a very long, hot summer. And it's been really dry here. So when it started raining, I was very grateful for the rain. Okay, and we're just going to keep going. And then what I'm going to do is after, when I make my chart, I'll just make sure that they're all random and not in consecutive order. But I think I have 56 papers here, but I don't think I'll need all 56. I think I'll probably use like 53 or 54 of them, but you buy them in packs of, I want to say packs of 9. I think that's right. 2 and 4 we can't put there because we have 3 here, so put 11 there. This is going to be quite interesting working on a canvas that's all covered in release paper, simply because it's not about the image, it's simply about working on a canvas that's all covered with release paper. But I think going with the thin paper is going to be very helpful when it comes to that, because I won't have it exposed I won't have the glue exposed, I hope. So that's what I'm attempting to accomplish. And then I'm going to keep 56, 55, and 54 out because I don't know for sure if I'm going to be using those. I'm pretty sure I will, but I'm not 100%. Let's put 13 here. It's going to be really fun to randomly work on sections at a time. Isn't that going to be weird though? It's different for me because I'm used to doing a row at a time. So I'll just do a row and work my way up and the canvas comes to life as I'm working on it. This is going to be different because I could have a section here that I do and then a section over here and then one over here. You know, it's going to just be random, which is going to be so fun and weird. I'm excited though. It's always fun to try new things, so it'll be fun. Let's see, we can put 49 here. Anyway, let me know in the comments how your weather is wherever you're located. It's always fun to hear what weather is like for other places. But yeah, here it's just been gloomy and rainy. But like I said, it's kind of nice for a break. We're going to keep the 50s all in one pile. I think I should have done this from the beginning just because it makes it a little easier to place them randomly. Who is excited about Wicked coming out in November? I am. I'm excited. My daughter and I were talking about that last night, and I hadn't seen the new trailer. So we watched the trailer on my big screen TV, and then we were talking about that. And last year with the first one, Kennedy saw it several times while it was in the theater. So I told her this year I want to go with her the first time to see it. It's such a good movie. I love Wicked because it reminds me of my brother who passed away. And we went and saw the Broadway musical, my 3 daughters and my mom and my aunt, when it was here in Salt Lake a few years ago. I think that was like 5 or 6 years ago. And so my brother, William, or Billy, whatever name you give him, he and I were like best friends. And I've talked about him briefly before, but for those of you who may not have known, he passed away 17 years ago. And he was really into the Wicked soundtrack. I mean, he loved it. Kennedy grew up listening to the Wicked soundtrack from the time that she could remember. And Billy he was obsessed. And so Kennedy has memories of my brother listening to that soundtrack when she was really little. And so it was fun to see that movie come out and go see it because it had the music from the Broadway musical. But this next one is going to it's going to take a dark turn, I think. And I'm really excited. Just based on the Broadway musical, it's going to get a little dark, I believe. But I'm excited for that. I remember last year when Wicked Part 1 came out, and I'm like, we have to wait a whole year for Part 2? But here we are now. I mean, think how fast that's gone by. I feel like it has flown by really fast. Look at this diamond painting coming along with the paper on it. I have watched the Patreon group, the Diamond Tribe, as Heather calls them. I have watched them working on their mystery kits for ever since the beginning of 2026. And deep down in my gut, I'm like, I really want to do a mystery kit. It looks like so much fun, but I just didn't know if I could handle it. And so doing it with a group of people will be fun because we can all kind of support each other and talk each other through the parts that we're struggling with, you know? And so it's going to be fun. But I've seen all of them working with their mystery paper, and I'm like, you guys are so cool with your mystery paper. So now I finally get to be part of it. I'm so excited. Anyway, I want to be a cool girl. I've never been a cool girl before. Let me have my moment. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me try that again. Now, like I said, I've got to go back through and make sure that there's none that are consecutive. So if you're seeing some on the screen and you're like, Jenna, you've got them in consecutive order, forgive me. I'll have to go back over it and make sure that I don't have any. I think that's one of the good things about making the paper chart is that I can I don't want any of the glue exposed. So let me try that again. Anyway, I can kind of go through the paper chart and make sure that I don't have any in consecutive order, but this is just going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I've wanted to do a big mystery diamond painting for a while. And like I was telling you guys, I did do one from Jada Gem Shop last fall, but I got overwhelmed and burned out of it. And then I saw it completely done and it kind of rejuvenated my energy for the kit. So this one, I don't want to see any spoilers of what this kit is going to look like because I'm trying really hard to keep it a complete surprise. And we'll just see how it goes, but I think it's going to be really fun, section by section. Won't that be exciting? I'm almost done. I just have this top area up here. Right, I have this all done now. So it is all pretty close to evenly covered with my mystery release paper. So every week, whatever sections Heather draws are the sections numbered here that I can work on for that week. And none of them are in consecutive order. So it's all going to be just random. Now, the only potential problem I see with this kit so far is just what I mentioned in the beginning of bending the canvas and having the release paper up like that so that the sticky glue is exposed. So I'll just have to really keep that in mind and try hard not to have that be a problem. But here on my A1 light board, which is probably where I'm definitely going to be keeping this, and since I'm not going to be transporting it to and from work, that should not be a problem. I should be okay in that case. So this will just have to stay here, and then we won't have any issues. I did end up using all of my release paper, so I don't have any left over. But the nice thing about this release paper is once I finish this canvas and I go to work on another canvas, I already have 55 sheets of paper. Was it 55? I think it was 55 or 56. Anyway, I already have the release paper, at least 56 of them. And then if it's a bigger canvas, I'll just have to, 56. I'll just have to order some more and tell Sabrina, hopefully we won't be, hopefully we will be able to order from Bee's Crafty Corner at that point. But that's a few months from now. So I'm thinking if we're doing 3 to 4 sections a week, then there's 4 weeks in a month, generally. So 3 times 4 is 12. So I'll be completing 12 sections a month. And when you put that into 56, that's 4 months maybe that I can have this done. Is that right? 4 times 12. Anyway, approximately. So that's kind of cool. It'll be really fun to work on this. Anyway, that's my mystery canvas all ready to go. So fun. Okay, those are my lineup then or that's my lineup then, I should say, for September. This mystery kit, the 2 Halloween kits, Scaredy Cats and Haunted, and then my Finera hedgehog. It's so cute. I love it. I can't wait to see that one come to life as well. So anyway, it'll be really fun to participate in 4 different events this month. I think that's a record breaker for me. I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but we're going to see how it goes. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all doing really well. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be working on. I would love to hear. I think it's so fun to find out what everybody's working on, especially with the holidays coming up. I want to hear all about your Halloween plans for your diamond painting. Thank you and have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.